First-time homebuyers just hit a 45-year low. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines waiting for the Rhode Island market to crash so you can finally jump in, let me save you some time. It's not coming. The data just dropped, and here's what every buyer and seller in Rhode Island needs to hear. The National Association of Realtors just released its 2026 Generational Trends Report. It tracks who's buying, who's selling, and how they're doing it across every age group, from Gen Z up to the silent generation. Most of it lines up with what we see every week in Warwick, East Greenwich, Cranston, and North Kingstown. Some of it should change how you list, the price, and how you negotiate this year. Let's get into it. First, boomers are running this market. Boomers are 42% of all buyers and 55% of all sellers. Add in Gen X, and you've got roughly 2/3 of the entire market. Younger boomers, ages 61 to 70, are 34% of sellers, all by themselves. They're sitting on equity, they've got time, and they're moving on their terms. Most of the listings on the market right now belong to a boomer or Gen X seller who's owned that home 10, 15, sometimes 20 plus years. They're not desperate. They're selling to be closer to family, to downsize, to retire. If you're a buyer waiting for a fire sale, the data says it's not happening. Second, first-time buyers are only 21% of the market. That's the lowest number NAR has recorded since they started tracking this in 1981. 45 years. Why? Rent is eating savings. 39% of younger millennials are carrying student loan debt at a median of 30 grand. The number one obstacle for younger buyers is saving the down payment. But 26% of younger millennials got a gift or a loan from a family member to make it happen. So if you're 27 to 35 and you've convinced yourself you can't buy in Rhode Island, talk to us. Down payment assistance through RI Housing, FHA, family gift funds. The math has changed, but it's not impossible. Third, younger buyers move fast, older buyers move far. Younger millennials search 8 weeks before they buy. Boomers take 12. Millennials move a median of 10 miles, and boomers in the silent generation move 45 miles. So if you're selling a starter home in Warwick, your buyer probably already lives within 10 miles of you. They want it move-in ready, photographed well, and priced clean. They will not spend 3 months thinking about it. If you're selling a bigger home in East Greenwich or North Kingstown, your buyer might be a boomer relocating from out of state. They want detail, they want video, they want a clear story about the neighborhood. Different buyer, different marketing. Fourth, despite every Zillow ad you've ever seen, the agent number has not moved. 88% of buyers used a real estate agent. 91% of sellers used one. Only 5% of homes sold for sale by owner. And those FSBO sellers sold for less than agent-listed homes. Same as last year, same as the year before. What did change is how buyers under 35 find their agent. 49% of younger millennials and 44% of Gen Z found their agent through a referral, a friend, a neighbor, a family member. So if you've got a kid, a niece, a coworker about to buy their first place, your recommendation matters more than any ad we could ever run. Fifth, pricing is everything. Across the board, homes are selling at 99% of list price. 21% are selling over list. But here's what that headline doesn't tell you. 25% of sellers had to reduce the price at least once. 58% of the millennial sellers had to drop the price 4 or more times. 4. The reason, almost always, is that the first price was wrong. A bad first price kills momentum, and the market punishes you with longer days on market and a lower final number. Our rule at Slocum, price it like a third party would, not like the homeowner who lived there for 20 years. One more big shift. The multi-generational move is real. 14% of all buyers in 2026 are buying a multi-generational home. For Gen X, that number jumps to 19%. Adult kids moving back home, aging parents moving in, families pooling resources to afford more space. 2 incomes plus grandparents under one roof, it's changing what a good floor plan looks like. If your house has a finished basement, an in-law setup, or a separate suite, that is more valuable in 2026 than it was 5 years ago. Make sure your listing makes it obvious. Bottom line, Warwick isn't Cranston, East Greenwich isn't Providence. The national data is a great backdrop, but your move is local. If you want a 15-minute conversation about what your home is worth, what you can afford, or what the market actually looks like on your street, reach out. No pressure, no pitch, just useful information. We're here when you need us.